let's make a painting. And I don't really feel like painting today, but you know, it's always the trick. I feel like my professor used to say a lot. The trick is to paint when you don't feel like it. And I believe I shared that a couple of times. Yeah, you gotta paint when you don't feel like it. Everybody knows how to paint when they're inspired. So let's go and go above and beyond. All right, so if I'm not in the mood so much, let's put sea blue black, and that should be able to fix it for me. Big brush. Lately I'm start using the big brush a lot, and the reason for that is not because it's bleeding all the time, which is super annoying, man. The amount of money I pay for that brush, and then it start bleeding like this, bristles coming off. So what we're gonna do is start with simple clouds. I'll take more color. There we go. And try to make the clouds coming out of ground like this, from the horizon, of course. Good. And here a little bit. Here we're just gonna use the same brush, not gonna push too hard, and just make some lines. Clean the brush, of course. And now I'm gonna take smaller brush. I'm gonna take also some brown and create some of the mountains on the background. Now this brush is very dry, and I will try not to put too much water. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just gonna repeat what is already created here. There we go. And keep going. Also, I'm gonna take the palette knife, and this is where we're gonna really define the mountains. And we're gonna use this mountain to establish the horizon line. There we go. A little bit more here. I need to push more. Here we're gonna make some texture on the foreground. Nothing too much, just a little bit, so we can show up actually some kind of perspective. Simple, very simple. I will start, not that my paintings are, at least the watercolor series, they're not very complicated, so we're gonna keep it that way. And we're gonna work on the clouds. Now, the one thing on the clouds I'm gonna do is, and I'm not sure you pay attention if you watch some of my last videos, or some of the clouds that I did before. Usually I will put the light part and then remove whatever is need to be fluffy, the light part from the clouds, and then I add more contrast. This time we go around, and actually we did totally opposite. I make all the man, I stuck when I just love clouds. We put the contrast first, and then we start removing some of the fluffiness here. Now here, where is all this, like all the bright part, I will take a little bit of yellow. And it's turned out orange and sea blue black work very nice together. So that's what I'm gonna do. Instead of leaving it white or very bright, we're gonna just take some orange and expand all these clouds. In the brush, of course. And repeat the same thing, but this time with a clean brush. And that's gonna give us very nice blended clouds. And of course, is a tedious work. Take small, a little bit of orange again, and go around the clouds. So we can have a nice. Now, of course, I can add some white gouache, which is gonna make everything more popping up and it's gonna be way more interesting, but I don't know. We will see, maybe. Multiple brush with a touch of water. This part here is not very nice because it starts like overshadow the mountains. So we're gonna try to make it more smooth. And then of course, add some texture. A bunch of clouds, there it is. For the ground, we're gonna take some, again, sea blue black and add a little bit, just a little bit, so we can have a better contrast and also can show more where the clouds are, the shadow from the clouds, all that stuff. So we can have that. Now, of course, from now on, we can, as always, we can adding more things. For example, if I wanna do the mountains, I can just simply take black and add some rocks. And this, if we want to add details, of course, we can put some stuff on the foreground too, if we want, like a little bit of green. I'm just showing a little bit. I don't want to do it that much because it's, I want to keep it simple. But I just want to show up how many other stuff you can do. It's absolutely crazy. Touch of red, and that's going to fresh up the whole painting. So it depends what exactly you want. Yeah. There we go. Very fresh at this point. Now I'm not going to go all the way around because why? I just want to show up. You can do that. Actually, you know what it is. I was about to cut it off, but then it's missing some stems. There it is. There we go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.